Today I'm going to show you the absolute beginner's standing sequence to Ashtanga. We start with Padangusthasana. You take your feet the distance of your hips. You take your first two fingers and under your big toe you will be wrapping your thumb around, if you can get all the way forward eventually. But as you are beginning, you will most likely have your hands on your thighs, maybe below the knees. Try not to push it onto the knees. So if you can't reach below the knees, have it above the knees. And then you try and lengthen your torso here for 5 breaths. Look to the tip of your nose. 1, 2, 3, maybe you can go a bit further down, 4, 5. Then inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale here. The next pose is Padahastasana, where you're taking the hands underneath your feet. So maybe if you can't do this with straight legs, for now you bend the knees really deeply and you hold it here. 1. Keep your navel drawing towards your spine. 2, 3. And as you're here, you're working on lengthening the legs. Can you see how my buttocks lift to the sky? 4, relax the head completely. 5. So every time you do this, you try and engage the fronts of the thighs and you lengthen a bit more up into the buttocks until eventually your legs are straight and your torso is all the way down. But that can take a good few months. So from here, you take your hands back onto your hips and slowly come up. Take your hands by the side and the feet back together. This pose is called Samastitihi, equal standing posture. The next pose in the sequence is triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. So step your right foot out to the back of the mat. Have the feet about 1.5 meters apart. Or you can also gauge by having your wrists over your ankles. From here, you pull your hip, your right hip underneath the left hip. Just trying to lengthen both sides of the torso evenly. Maybe your hand now is on your thigh bone again and the left arm is up to the sky, or maybe you can have your hand on your shin bone. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up, take your hands to shoulder height. Keep the legs straight if you can. And then turn. The left foot is now facing the front of the mat, 90 degrees. The right foot comes slightly in at an angle. Push into the soles of your feet. Draw in your lower abdomen. And exhale. Again, pulling the left hip underneath the right hip, lengthening the torso, the sides of the torso. Externally rotate the front thigh, so roll it out. The bottom half of the leg rolls in, so you're pushing into your big toe joint. Again, it's very important for this pose to keep the legs straight. So I'd rather you are higher up and have the legs straight than bend the knees and touch the floor. So looking up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale takes you up, and now you turn on your heels. You try to keep the same distance. So turn on the heel of the left foot and on the heel of the right foot. Here we come into the rotated triangle pose. You want to square the hips to the back of your mat. Maybe you need to step the left foot slightly further to the left on your mat so that you're more on a train track for now and you don't fall over when you go into the pose. Feel the soles of your feet again. That's where you build the pose up from. Then you pull the front leg back. You reach your left arm as far forward as you can, folding at the pelvis. And then place your hand on the shin bone. The right arm goes up into the sky. Lengthen from tailbone to crown of head as much as you can. 2, 3, 4, 5. You're twisting here through the mid-back. Inhale takes you up. Turn on your feet. Now the right foot goes further to the right. It's at an angle facing forward so that you can get your hips forward. Everything wants to face forward here, and as you fold, the pelvis faces the floor. Then you place your right hand onto your shin bone and the left arm goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, coming up, turn to face the side of the mat, reach into your hands at shoulder height. And exhale, go back to the front of the mat to the equal standing pose. Exhale here. Utthita Parshvakonasana. Next pose, extended side angle pose. Inhale, take the arms to shoulder height. Step your legs wider this time. So here you want to have the knee over the ankle and the back leg straight. Then you exhale, take the elbow onto the knee and the top hand reaches up and over and you look to your top hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up, turn, and repeat on the other side. The left knee bends over the ankle. Make it nice and deep, and elbow onto knee, hand up and over by the ear, stretching the whole right side of the body. 1, 2, you want to be as flat to the side as possible. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, coming up, and we're coming into the revolved pose, the Parita Parshvakonasana. For now, I would like you to take your knee onto the floor and the foot flat. The front leg, the knee is over the ankle. We're going to twist. So inhale deeply into the left side of your body. Exhale, take the arm as far over onto the outside of the right leg as you can. Maybe you are here pressing the palms together. Maybe you can take the arm a bit more down and press the hand to the floor. The top hand reaches up. 1, 2, press the arm against the knee against the arm. 3, and pull the lower abdomen in. 4, 5. Inhale, coming up. And you repeat this on the other side. Make sure that the right knee is further to the right than the left, so you're more on a train track again. You don't want to have the knee too far over, crossing through your own midline. So have the knee a bit further. Inhale into your right arm, opening the whole side of the body. And exhale. Press arm against knee, knee against arm. So you may be twisting here. Or you coming a bit deeper, taking the outside of the shoulder down, pressing the whole hand down. And then the top arm up. 1, 2, 3. Keep the eyes still and looking at the thumb of the top hand. 4, 5. Inhale, coming up. Reach into your hands and exhale. Front of the mat. Prasarita Padottanasana A. Extended side angle. Inhale to the right. Again, the feet are about 1.5 meters apart. And you placing your hands onto your waist. The feet, the outsides of the feet are in line with the outsides of the mat. Try not to turn your toes out. You want to have the feet, outsides of the feet parallel to the outsides of the mat. Inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, folding forwards. Maybe you can place your fingertips with straight legs onto the floor here. And then exhale, you hold it for 5 breaths. If that's impossible to reach the floor yet with straight legs, you hold onto your shin bones. 1, 2, breathe into the rib cage, not the lower abdomen. 4, try use your whole foot and not just the heel. 5, inhale, coming up. Place your hands on your hips again. B, inhale, lengthen out the crown of the head. And exhale, coming forward, press your fingertips in your lower abdomen so that you really don't breathe there. It's a reminder. And then you fold forward. Let the head hang wherever you are. Try keep the legs straight, roll the thighs in, engage the fronts of the legs. 2, 3. Try let gravity pull your crown of your head to the floor. 5, inhale, coming back up. Exhale here. C, inhale, reach into the hands, spread them wide, then interlace them behind your back, and exhale, fold forwards, letting the arms fall over the head. Just try and move the arms slightly away from the body. 1, you want to feel the stretch in the shoulders. 2, just gently moving them away from your back. 4, always make sure you relax the head. 5, inhale, come back up. Exhale here. D, hands back onto the waist. Inhale, lengthen upwards through the crown of the head. Exhale, folding forwards. So now maybe you have to grab your shin bones again for the last one, or you can maybe have the big toes already with the first 2 fingers wrapping the thumb around. That's D. But if you need to be higher up, that's fine. I'd rather you creating length here than bending the knees and having the toes. So we're gonna do, I'm gonna hold on to my shin bones again. 2, 3, lengthening the torso, lifting the sit bones. 4, 5, inhale, coming up, and exhale back to the front of the mat. Samasthiti. Parshva Tanasana is the next pose. You will need to take your hands into reverse namaste in the eventually, but for now you can just catch your elbows. So I'm going to just grab my elbows. If you have the shoulder flexibility to rotate the shoulders, you want to rotate them forwards like this, and taking the fingers together, taking the hands into reverse namaste, you can. But this is a very unusual angle, okay, for your wrists. So for now, if you're starting out, I recommend you just catch your wrists. Then you will, from the front of the mat, step about 1 meter with your feet apart. Again, have the left foot further to the left than the right foot. Square the hips to the back of the mat. Lengthen, and from the hips, lengthen forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, press into the front leg. Turn and face the front of the mat. The left foot is facing all the way forward. The right foot goes slightly more to the right so that I can rotate my pelvis to the front of my mat. And as I come forward, I want to fold the pelvis towards the floor. I'm pulling back my front leg. 1. I'm keeping a long line from tailbone to crown of head. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, press into the front leg, turn to the side, reach into the arms, and exhale, coming back to the front of the mat, hands by the side. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana is the next pose. It's a one-legged standing pose. So you will be facing the front of the mat, and you make a strong base on your left foot. Either catch your right knee here and just work on balancing on your left leg for 5 breaths. If you feel comfortable, you can maybe take your right big toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're taking the leg out to the side. Either keep hold of the toe, hold it here, or now catch your knee. 1, 2, look at the point in front of you on the, just slightly ahead, that's not moving, so that you can balance. 4, 5. Bring the leg back to the front. Hold it for 1 breath. And then place both hands on your hips and straighten the leg in mid-air. 1. Try not to lean back or crouch forward. Be right up and down, lifting that leg. 3, 4. You want to lift it from the hip. 5. Release. Just gonna let Ted out. Hey, Teddy. There you go. Then And the other side. Make a strong base on your right foot. Catch your right knee or the left knee or the left big toe. 1, 2, 3. Again, looking ahead on the floor if you're struggling with balance. 5. Catch your knee and take it to the side. 1. Eventually, you're going to look to the opposite side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the leg back to center, hands on hips, hold the leg in mid-air. 1. Don't give up here. This builds a lot of strength. 2, 3, look to your big toe. 4, 5, and release. Next pose requires a half lotus, but for now, we're just going to take the leg into a tree pose, placing it in here, facing forward through the front of the mat, or we're going to hold the leg here and maybe catching the arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then release the leg. Other side. Always take the knee out to the side and place the heel into the lower part of your thigh and place it into your thigh for tree pose, so that the calf muscle is attaching to the bottom part of your thigh, that you don't rotate your knee. So either stay here, tree pose. If this is already too advanced for you, you can also place your foot down here, below the knee, not on the knee joint. If this is easy for you now, you can point the foot, take it slightly higher up into your groin, hold it with your right hand and wrap your left arm around. You're working towards getting the big toe. So stand here. 1, 2, if balance is a problem, look onto the floor just ahead of you. 3, 4, 5, and release the leg. We're coming into another vinyasa to Utkatasana. We're almost done with the standing sequence now. So you will reach up, inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe touch the shin bones, look to your knees. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend the knees as much as you need to so that the hands can come all the way to the floor. Push the backs of the armpits back. Feel this connection of the torso to the thighs, and then you step your leg back into a high plank position. From here, you very slowly lower all the way down to the floor. Very slowly, resist gravity. Go very slowly, all the way down. Lie flat. Exhale here, then inhale, just lift the chest. Look to the tip of your nose. Then tuck the toes under. Exhale, coming back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step your feet slowly, slowly, one step at a time to your hands. Bend your knees, have your buttocks low, and lift your arms up. Try and touch the palms together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the knees bent again. Hands to the floor. Really push into the heel of the hand. You want to engage the lat. Step back with the other foot this time. Into the high plank. Be as flat as possible. Try not to sag down here or have the bum up. Have the shoulders over the wrists and slowly lower down. All the way to the floor. Come onto the tops of your feet, your toenail side of your feet. Inhale, coming up. The pelvis will stay onto the floor. We're not doing a full upward facing dog here. Just staying here. Inhale and exhale. Tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. Warrior one. Turn your left foot about 60 degrees out. The right foot comes forward. If you get your foot to here, you can catch it by the calf muscle and place it all the way forward until the knee is over the ankle and the thigh, working to have the thigh over parallel to the floor. Then raise your arms up. Touch the palms and hold it for 5. 1, push onto the outside of the back leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten the front leg. Turn, keep the arms up. Working the strength of the shoulders. Have the right foot further to the right than the left foot, being on a train track so that the hips can face towards the back of the mat. Bend the front knee over the ankle, look up and reach up. 1, back leg is straight. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now keep the left knee bent. Take the arms out to shoulder width. Look over the left hand and square the hips to the side of the mat. Warrior 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten the legs. Second side. Right knee over right ankle. Tuck the tailbone under. 1, 2. Really engage the legs and the arms. 4, 5. Now you windmill the hands around onto the floor next to the front foot. Place them down and then drag the foot back. Make your feet shoulder width or hip width. High plank again. If you can't come down straight, you can take your knees down. Shift your weight forward that your chest comes between your hands as you lower down. Okay. And lie down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. From here, we're coming to the last 3 postures. So take your right foot to your left wrist and the left foot to the right wrist. Your legs are crossed now and you sit down. Uncross your legs, make them straight. From here, you might need to take like a little pillow to sit on so that you don't roll back, that your pelvis is nice and straight. Okay. Take your right foot in and then the left foot in front. I'm going to turn. You can face the front of the mat still. I'm going to turn to show you the sequence. So the right foot is in and the left foot. So we're just sitting easy cross-legged. Okay. We're sitting on our pillow so that the pelvis is nice and straight. Then you can again catch your elbows. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale with a straight spine. You're coming forward. 1, 2, 3. If your knees are sore now because you're increasing the pressure as you're coming forward, you come higher up. 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Rest your hands over your knees. Touch the thumb and first finger. Tuck your chin in. And exhale fully. Inhale. Up the right side of the imaginary center line of the body. Exhale down the left. Take a deep inhale. 1, 2, 3. And exhale. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Again. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. You can lengthen it as well to 4. Last one. And we're coming to the last pose, Utplutihi, which will be easiest once your feet are in lotus. But for now, we're just gonna draw the knees into the chest. We're gonna remove the block from under us. And we're just gonna have the knees into the chest. Maybe we lift the feet and we hold it here. That could be your Utplutihi for now. Or maybe your feet are down, you press into the hands and you lift your bum up. 1, 2, squeeze the knees to one another and into the chest. 4, keep lifting the bum, don't give up. 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Swivel yourself around that you lie flat onto your back. Relax the hands next to you, the palms face up to the sky. Take a deep inhale, exhale through the mouth. Relax into your mat. Inhale and exhale. Let your breath go back to natural breathing into the belly. Observe the belly rising as the breath enters. And observe the belly falling back down towards the spine as the breath leaves the body. Remember, this is a passive pose. You're not doing anything. You're just observing. Observe your thoughts. You can acknowledge a thought and then just let it go. You can deal with it later. Always come back to observing the natural flow of breathing. Inhale, peace. Exhale, release. Peace. Release. peace, release. From here, slowly and gently wake up the body. Touch your thumb over your fingertips. Feel how soft the skin has become. Wriggle your toes. You can roll your wrists the one way and the other. And stretch the arms up over your head. Give yourself a nice deep stretch. And then hug the knees into the chest. Keep the eyes closed. Rock from side to side. Then release the right hand. Place the hand underneath your head and roll onto the right hand side, keeping the left hand on your thigh, keeping the heart space open. Stay here for a little bit longer. The slower you come out of the resting pose, the longer the effects of it last. Then push into the left hand to come up. Don't use your back. Slowly moving up to seated position again. Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Have a lovely day. Namaste.